All right, everyone. Let's see, we get this started here. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Thank you for joining me today. Very excited to have you all here today. One of the things that we're going to cover. All right. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join me today on how to use AI to boost donor engagement and funding. Obviously, one of the things that I love about this topic is the use of AI because I am in technology and that's what I love to do. But today I would like to show you how you can leverage technology to help you with your fundraising and your donor engagements, which is why you're here. So the reason you're here is because, as you know, non-for-profits, they struggle with donor engagement and securing funding. It can be difficult at times. And so you constantly rely on manual efforts and you have to ask Bob or Peter or Nancy, hey, we need something to get some additional engagement or we need some plans to do some additional fundraising. And it gets on their desk, it gets on their email, and they'll get to it hopefully soon, because that's usually how things go when we interact with other personnel, right? Things happen and time goes by, and so we kind of fall behind a little bit. But with AI, things can change. So we know that this is what really matters because non-for-profits, I mean, they help the community. They're servicing. They provide a service for everyone. Everyone enjoys these services. This is why you are on this type of mission. You want to help the community. But in order to help the community, you want to be able to have the funds necessary. And that's why fundraising can be difficult at times. And you got to have donor engagements. The one thing that we concern ourselves with is the more funding you have, the further your mission can go. And the further your mission can go, the more you can help individuals, which is what the whole mission is about. So that's what we're here. See how we can get this process improved a little better so we can get people engaged and help the community. So we've been around since 2007. Pretty much the company started as a break fix. Break fix is like when you fix computers, right? So then we transitioned over to managed services, and then COVID hit, the whole story. Everyone started working from home, made on-site business more difficult. So we had to transition over to cybersecurity. And we've been doing a lot of cybersecurity since then, and we love it. I enjoy it. I love helping non-for-profits stay secure. I love helping them use technology to enhance their processes and how to move things forward. And so if you want to learn more about us, visit us on our website. Most likely there will be showing this on some kind of platform that there will be a description field or a comment field with a link that you can click on and just even schedule a 15-minute call with us. So feel free. There will be a way to reach out to us and really engage and see how we can help you. Of course, AI is the solution. AI is everywhere. I mean, I can't even turn around without seeing it somewhere. It's being used everywhere. It's being used to hack companies. It's being used to enhance processes. It's used for anything that you could probably think of. And it's definitely something that I would like to share with you guys today because I'm not here to show you what I know. I'm here to show you what I have learned. And so today, you're going to walk away with some basic AI tactics that can help you in your mission. Like some of the things that we'll be discovering today, which I'm very excited to do, is help automate donor engagement and outreach, speed up your grant writing. Remember, I just mentioned earlier about you asking Bob or Peter to draft an email or a fundraising event, so that way you can engage with more donors. Well, we'll see if we can help you speed that up and generate marketing material. We all have Facebook. We all have some kind of social media platform that we can use. So we'll leverage that as well. And one of the key things that I'm really looking forward to is providing insights to optimize your donor engagement. And donor engagement is definitely key to be successful. So today I'm going to take you on a live demo. I enjoy doing live demos because you can actually showcase what something can do versus just showing you screenshots or anything like that. Besides, it keeps me busy and it keeps me engaged with you guys. But today we're going to use AI to create grants, letters, and also fundraising emails. We're going to look at how to automate donor communication. We're going to also look at how to use AI to build social media content. And then we're going to look at some of the advanced features of AI and how it can be used to help you use integration platforms like, I think it's called HubSpot. Sorry, I drew a blank there for a second. HubSpot is one of them. It's pretty famous. And there's a couple of others that I'll share in a few minutes. But if you're excited, I'm excited. I think we should just get started. Let's go ahead and start with the page that we're going to use here, obviously. So once you go to ChatGPT is pretty much famous. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you're like, oh my God, we're going to use ChatGPT. I use this all the time. I'm so happy for you if you are. It is something that I would use all the time. I mean, actually, I do use it all the time. But sometimes using ChatGPT is very flaky in the sense of your prompt is what really dictates your results, right? So just to give you a quick idea, AI is here now. It just became available not too long ago, but AGI is already being discussed. And so AI is a platform or an artificial intelligence that provides responses, which is what we're doing today. AGI takes it a step further. AGI is going to provide results. And I'm not even going to mention ASI. We're not even there yet, right? So let me bring it back. Let's stick to just AI and let's not worry about AGI for now. But it's coming. So that means that we will have to adapt one more time, just like when social media first came out. Perfect. All right, so we're going to use AI. And what I'm going to do here for my first example is I am going to show you how you can use AI to create a grant letter and some fundraising emails. So as I said before, the prompts are what makes this very important. I'm just going to copy and paste prompts that I already have handy here, just so we can keep things flowing. And yes, you will get a copy of these prompts. As soon as the webinar is over, you'll get a replay, and then you just get an email within an hour or so. If that doesn't happen, reach out, let us know, and I'll be more than happy to send those over. So the first prompt is write a compelling grant proposal for a non-for-profit that provides free meals to low-income families. The proposal should emphasize the impact of funding, include data points, and have a persuasive call to action. And so we'll tell it to use that prompt. And just like that, you have a letter that you can use. You can maybe print it out or mass print it and mail it out, or you can send it via email as well, but usually a grant proposal could be sent via snail mail. One of the things that I would like to point out is you can see these areas there where it says like dear granting organization name. If you're using some kind of platform like a CRM or somewhere where you're keeping everything consolidated as far as your donors or your donor information, you can get these pre-populated. Like it'll have a curly bracket, it'll say first name, curly bracket, and it'll auto-populate that information. So you can just take this, copy and paste it. Obviously, you want to review it, you want to look at it, you want to make sure that it meets your organization, or you can make it a little bit more concise to your needs. One of the things I would say is if you get a chance, make sure you get rid of these over-exaggerated hyphens, because they do kind of tell that you've been using AI for your letter or your proposal generation process, but no one's going to know. I won't tell anyone. So this is a letter, this is an example, and it tells you the needs for fundings, what you can share with your donors, and then how it's going to impact. So it even provides a call to action, right? It helps donors understand why you're doing this and why they are being reached out to. So that is a grant proposal. So the next prompt we're going to do is it's going to be a thank you email. So pretty much this prompt is for donors who have not engaged in some time and you want to reach out to them and pretty much thank them for their previous and their previous sponsors or the previous donations that they've done in the past. And so we'll go ahead and copy this prompt over again from my sample of prompts. You will get these prompts once the webinar is over. You will get them via email. And so let's see what ChatGPT says. And as you can see how fast this is, I mean, I know you want to delegate and you have volunteers. I understand that, that's the process, but with this kind of technology and availability, it reduces everything. It reduces the amount of time that it takes you to get something completed. You may even decide to do it yourself. But anyway, back to the subject here at hand. We just generated a thank you email that you can use for donors, and you can try to re-engage them if they haven't been participating lately. It's one of the perks of having history on some of your donors. And you can see how simple that is. Now let's go ahead and take a look at creating a social media post for marketing. You can even you can tell it to use, excuse me, you can tell it to use or to create a prompt for Facebook or for LinkedIn. Again, we'll go ahead and copy and paste this guy. And anytime you've got any questions, feel free to ask the questions when we get to the questions and answer time slot of the demo here. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So we're going to create a Facebook post announcing the annual fundraising. Include strong hooks, the event date with why it matters, and a call to action for people to buy tickets. And let's see what it comes up with. Obviously, you'll have to fill out the date. You can also, I always recommend review everything that gets everything that it responds, review it. Don't just copy and paste it. There might be some things that you may not, agree with, or it may sound, or you may not have the right tone, which you can do in a prompt. You can change the tone. You can sound harsh, sound overly joyful, and it will provide a response based on that prompt. And you can see it tells you this post grabs attention with an exciting hook, explains why the event matters, and it also includes a clear call to action. And you definitely have to fill out if there's a link for tickets, or if there's a sign up sheet or a sign up page somewhere or form, you will take that with them. Let's go ahead and see if we can trick it, see if we can say or confuse it. We'll go ahead and say, hey, go ahead and create one for LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. It just spits it right out because it's AI. So here's one for LinkedIn. It may make it sound a little bit more professional versus casual because LinkedIn is known to be a professional platform. And boom, there it is. This LinkedIn post professionally highlights a success story. So it did it without me asking it to, but that's exactly how smart it is. And you can see the difference between the Facebook post and the LinkedIn post. So as you know, reaching out to donors, it's critical. It just means more funding. That's bottom line. That's what it is. And if you want your mission to reach across the states, the country, the world, unfortunately, funding is necessary. It's the only way that we can be successful in any avenue. And that's why funding and having donors participate or even volunteer to help with your mission is very critical. And so with some of these little examples that I showed, it will help you move things a little faster, right? And so I am very interested in the oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. Obviously, you can't have a post without an image. I just wanted to show you how AI can also generate images. So you have your post for LinkedIn and you have your post for Facebook. So I am going to use this prompt to have ChatGPT create an image for our post. Generate an image of a community event where volunteers are distributing meals to families. The setting should be warm and inviting with smiling faces and sense of hope. All right. Obviously, I'm using like the free version, so it has limitations as to, oh, this is the best part. I love technical difficulties. You know why? Because this is where you thrive. This is where you really learn. This is where you really become a master of your trade. So right now what's happening is, hey, you've kind of used all your free credits. So it's asking me to log in. So what I would have to do here is I would have to go ahead and log in with my account so we can keep things rolling, but no worries. We'll get this moving forward because without it, it's actually, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's get a little creative here. Let's go to Grok. Grok is the AI platform that was generated by Elon Musk, right? So let's go ahead and ask here and let's see what it comes up with. And while it's doing that, oh, let's do it again. It's verifying I'm human. I am human. And it's forcing me to log in as well. No, we don't want to do that. Let's try it out. Let's do try. There we go. Paste the prompt here and let's see what Grok gives us. It gives us another login. Again, this is perfect. I love when things don't work out because it shows what's really happening in the real world today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my account, which is logged in, and then we'll start all over again. Let's erase all that and start all over again. All right, so here we are. I'm going to put the prompt, and pretty much what I did was I just decided to log in with my actual ChatGPT account. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want any of my previous chat history to influence any of the prompts that we're using in this demo, right? So that way you can see what you will receive on your end as well if you've never really engaged with ChatGPT or any other AI, because it maintains that history. It actually gets to know you. It's like you're dating it every single time you put something in, and it remembers. Man, I wish spouses would. Anyway, so it gets to know you, and you can tell it's very obedient. You can say, "Don't ever mention this again," and it will not. But as I go off topic for a second, let's go back to the prompt here, and let's go ahead and generate that image. Let's see what it comes up with. Show me the money. Let's go. Here we go. It's pretty efficient. It's pretty fast. It may take a few seconds. And I've run into situations where it doesn't create an image and you can say, hey, you didn't create the image. Where is it? And it'll say, sorry, I will re-render the image again. It's pretty cool. So while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and keep focus on what we're trying to do here. So the next thing we'll be taking a look at is going to be using AI to really get you some advanced analytics. And what you can do with those analytics is that you can have all the information you need because as non-for-profits, you probably meet once a month, right? And so imagine if you can go every single time to your meeting with all the data that you need, everything that is required to make a decision that day. It will be priceless, to be quite honest, because then you can move faster, you can make decisions on the fly with all that data. Um, Now the advanced portion of it, it may not look as advanced, and there we go. I was not able to generate because the request violates. Ah, this is new. This is not anything that I ran into. So here's what we're going to do today. What I'm going to do is I am going to ask it to generate a Facebook post again because I'm logged in with my account. And I'm hoping that now with this content that it's rendering here, it knows that I'm trying to use an image for a particular option. Okay, it's done. Now I am going to go to the actual prompt to create the image again. And let's see if it does give me the same prompt. I promise you, this was working yesterday because I did test it because I didn't want to show up to the webinar and run into issues like this. So when we move into the advanced portion of it, it's kind of like showcasing what you could do if you had a platform like Salesforce, HubSpot, uh, Bloomerang, if I said that correctly. These tools, it's pretty much like CRM tools. They gather everyone's data together. You can keep track of history, things that they've done, how much they've donated. And within those platforms, you can use AI to generate these analytics that help you look at where things are, who's where, who should you reach out to. And so again, it just makes everything go faster. Now, I understand that technology could be taken for granted because it's around us all the time. And sometimes we believe it's probably our fifth chamber, right? If we have five chambers in the heart, it's probably there. Oh, look at that. It bombed out again. Incredible. No worries. So what I'll do is we'll keep moving forward. And hopefully in a future session, I can determine why this happened. I don't know what kind of content policies it is talking about, but you know what? Let's get fancy. Let's go to Grok. See if Grok can do it while we're here. Come on, Grok, you're it. Let's try it. Let's try to confuse it a little bit again. It's so far it's been smarter than me, so who knows what will happen here. Let's not generate. Let's do the LinkedIn post prompt again. There we go. Verifying I'm a human. All right. You're asking me to log in. Let's see. Success. Grok. Grok. All right, 1 second here. Let me see if I can get this logged in for us so we can test it out and see what happens. Because it is very smart, right? There we go. Perfect. We are in like Flynn. Okay, so here we're using Grok and I'm trying to see if I can get this picture generated for you because it's not good. No, we'll figure it out. No worries. If not, we'll just keep moving forward for the sake of time so I can show you the other goodies that I'm really interested in to show you. All right, so going back to the advanced automation with AI, it would actually help you with your CRM platforms if you're using one. If you're using Excel spreadsheets, that's fine. You can still use that. Look at this, Grok. Grok is the man. Anyway, so as you can see how this prompt helped us out here and it creates an image and you can just take this and you can either download it, copy and paste it with your post. And now you have a LinkedIn professional post and a nice looking professional picture. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get rid of this guy and go back to ChatGPT. So going back to what I was referring to, the CRM systems, with all that information centralized somewhere, you can just use that and you can get all your analytics, you can get all the information And like I mentioned earlier, you can take that into a meeting and you can get to decisions. You can move faster in making decisions with the rest of the board, which is very critical just to keep things moving forward. So what I'm going to do here is I created a fictitious Excel spreadsheet with, sample data. It's not data of actual donors. You don't definitely want to paste that into ChatGPT and upload data that belongs to some of your donors. This is where security comes in, right? AI is great, but this is where security controls the data that AI can access. And if you're not sure where your security posture is, again, somewhere, maybe in the description in the comments, if this is one of our other platforms, or when the webinar is over, you'll get the opportunity to schedule a 15-minute strategy session. Click on the link, schedule a session, give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to go over your security posture and see how we can control AI within your organization. And then be better off than things probably are right now, right? Security is something that we must all have. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Things have definitely changed. So, but let me get back on track here in your bonus demo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ingest or copy in an Excel spreadsheet that I created with some sample donor information. This is just to give you an idea of how your CRM system can work as well. As you can see, I have some tables in there and some columns. And let me take a look and make sure we are okay in time. Oof, we might be a little over. So I'll try to move a little faster here. So here's the prompt for this. You have your data. You copy and paste the prompt, and it's going to analyze the data. It's going to get the information based on your prompt. And the prompt is pretty much analyze the donor data, include donation frequencies, email open rate clicks, if you have that in your CRM system. And then based on these metrics, create an action plan that categorizes donors into value, at risk, or engaged groups. Provide tailored strategies to increase engagement. So it just gives you pretty much a play that you can use to act upon, pretty much reach out to donors and see how things can move forward. And this is what I was referring to. It created a nice little bar chart, which I put it in the prompt, right? Also create a bar chart. It's very obedient. It does exactly what you ask it to do. And based on that data, here's what we have. So it shows you the high value donors, pretty much most likely the ones that donate the most, who have moderates donations, and who are at risk. So it gives you a plan of action here of what you can do. Here's the bar chart. And let's take a look at the analysis. So this is a little bit more technical. You don't need to do that. So then we're going to take that same prompt and we're going to paste it, but this time we're not going to add the bar chart. We're going to remove that and we'll run it again. And you can see how it's going to provide different information. Boom, there it is. Gives you the action plan, donations, strategies, exclusive, open rates. So it's kind of like what you should do, strategies for the moderate engagers, the moderate engaged donors. You can do monthly newsletters, targeted campaigns, follow-ups. And for the at-risk donors, it tells you strategies that you can use, survey feedback, and how to reach out. And then the community frequency of communication frequency for high donors, moderate. I mean, it's your call to action here is pretty simple. And with the prompts that we used earlier, you can create these emails and you can send them based on some of the examples that you have here. But this is the kind of data that you can also get from your CRM platform as well. So we did the live demo. And so as everyone knows, AI is the future. You definitely want to take advantage of all the opportunities and the chances that you have to use it. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful tool that everyone leverages, but security is very critical. You don't want to be exchanging donor information into an AI platform that's publicly available. If you have something that's instilled or controlled within your environment, knock yourself out. Microsoft Copilot is a platform that's designed for that. You want to make sure your donor data information, the transactions, anything financially related has to be protected at all times. So that's where AI and security and cybersecurity they mesh together because they work well hand in hand. And so we help organizations use AI safely while ensuring compliance and data security. And I'm so excited that you guys took the time out today. I know we went a little over, maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. We went over by 2 minutes so far. But the next steps from here is you will receive an email with a replay of the webinar here. And in that email, you're also going to receive a prompt with you're going to receive a PDF with all the prompts that we use here. And here's a QR code. Definitely scan that and schedule a 15-minute risk strategy session to see where your not-for-profit stands as far as your security posture and how we can improve that so you can then facilitate AI in your environment. If you can't scan the QR code right now, no worries. There's going to be a link in the description in one of the platforms that you're watching this right now. And I would like to see if there are any questions. And let's see. Oh, wow. I have no questions. That's a bummer. I love questions because questions force me to think out of the box, right? I love questions that I've never had before, right? Questions that I've encountered, they're easier to respond to, but I love those that stump me, the ones that make me go, let me get back to you, because that forces me to learn more. It forces me to look up your answer and pretty much study, analyze it, and provide a nice, valuable response. But yeah, that's fine with me. No questions. Let's go ahead and see if we can have you guys join on the next webinar. I would like to thank you for joining me today. I've had a pleasure showcasing AI and how you can use that in your non-for-profit to engage donors and increase your fundraising capabilities. It is something that we really thank you for your mission and everything that you do for the community. And again, reach out and schedule that 15-minute strategy session. You won't go wrong. Thank you and take care.